On August 22, 2024, a horrific act of violence shattered the routine of a Charlotte, North Carolina light rail train. What began as an ordinary day for commuters quickly turned into a nightmare, leaving the city in shock and disbelief. Irina Zarutska, just 23, was riding the train when she was suddenly and brutally attacked. The young woman, full of dreams and aspirations, became the victim of a senseless act that no one could have anticipated. Surveillance footage captured the random stabbing, described by authorities as entirely unprovoked. The chilling images from the CCTV left the community grappling with fear and uncertainty, questioning the safety of their daily commutes. The attack, in broad daylight and a public space, sent shockwaves through the community and quickly became a national story. News outlets across the country picked up the story, highlighting the vulnerability of public spaces and the urgent need for enhanced security measures. The randomness of the crime left many feeling unsafe, demanding answers from public officials. Community members gathered at town halls, voicing their concerns and urging leaders to take immediate action to prevent such incidents in the future. Law enforcement launched a swift investigation, using surveillance footage to identify and apprehend a suspect. The police worked tirelessly, determined to bring the perpetrator to justice and restore a sense of security to the shaken community. The Ukrainian embassy has been in close contact with police, expressing gratitude for their efforts. Diplomatic channels were opened, ensuring that Irina's family received the support they needed during this difficult time. As the legal process unfolds, the nation watches, demanding justice and answers about public safety. The trial has become a focal point for discussions on how to better protect citizens and prevent future tragedies. This tragedy has forced a hard look at security on public transportation. Authorities are now evaluating current measures and considering new technologies to enhance surveillance and deter potential threats. Commuters now question their safety, prompting calls for increased patrols and better surveillance. Public forums have been held, allowing citizens to voice their concerns and suggest improvements to the current system. The attack on Irina Zarutska is a stark reminder that violence can erupt anywhere, anytime. It has united the community in grief and determination, as they work together to ensure such a tragedy never happens again. The goal now: restore public confidence and prevent another tragedy like this. Through collaboration and vigilance, Charlotte aims to emerge stronger, with a renewed commitment to the safety and well-being of all its residents. Irina Zarutska was a young woman whose journey was marked by both hope and hardship. Even before her 24th birthday, she had already endured more than most people face in a lifetime. In 2022, at just 23 years old, Irina made the difficult decision to flee her home in war-torn Ukraine. She left behind everything familiar, seeking safety and a new beginning in North Carolina, far from the conflict that had upended her world. Her family remembers her as a passionate artist, someone who found solace and expression in her paintings and sketches. She was also a devoted daughter, whose laughter and warmth filled their home with light. The news of her death has been a devastating blow, a loss made even more heartbreaking because it happened in the very country where she had hoped to find peace and security. Irina's story has touched hearts far beyond Charlotte, North Carolina. She has become a symbol of both the hopes and the vulnerabilities that so many refugees carry with them as they seek new lives in unfamiliar places. The Ukrainian embassy has stepped in to support her grieving family, offering comfort and assistance as they navigate unimaginable loss in a foreign land. Her life, her dreams, and her unfinished artwork now serve as a poignant reminder of the human cost of violence and displacement. Irina escaped the horrors of war only to fall victim to senseless violence in America, a tragic irony that has resonated deeply across the nation, sparking conversations about the safety of those who seek refuge here. She was diligently learning a new language, determined to build a future for herself in a place where everything was unfamiliar. Every day she worked to adapt to a new culture, embracing new customs and making friends, all while carrying memories of home. Through it all, she dreamed of sharing her art with the world, hoping her creativity would bridge the gap between her past and her future. Now, her memory inspires urgent conversations about public safety, justice, and the responsibility we all share to protect the vulnerable among us. Irina's story is a powerful reminder of the preciousness and fragility of life, urging us to cherish every moment and to stand together in compassion and solidarity. The man now at the center of a community's grief and outrage is DeCarlos Brown Jr., who has been formally charged with the murder of Irina Zarutska. His arrest has sent shockwaves through the city, as details of the case continue to emerge and dominate headlines. Brown faces a first-degree murder charge, one of the most serious accusations in the legal system. He is currently being held without bond, a decision that reflects the gravity of the allegations and the perceived risk he poses to the public. In response to concerns about his mental state, the court has ordered a comprehensive mental competency evaluation. This assessment will determine whether Brown is fit to stand trial, or if his psychological condition could affect the legal proceedings. Brown's extensive criminal record, which spans several years and includes multiple offenses, has become a focal point for public outrage. Many are shocked that someone with such a history was not under stricter supervision or intervention. The community is now grappling with difficult questions about accountability. Why was Brown, with his long list of prior offenses, free to walk the streets? This has fueled intense criticism of the justice system, with citizens demanding reforms and greater transparency. Adding to the complexity, Brown's documented mental health issues have come to light. These challenges highlight the ongoing struggle to manage offenders who have both criminal backgrounds and significant psychological needs, raising questions about the adequacy of mental health support within the criminal justice system. The public's demand for answers grows louder each day. Many are asking how warning signs were missed, and whether more could have been done to prevent this tragedy. The sense of frustration and urgency is palpable at rallies, town halls, and in the media. This case has ignited a broader debate about the intersection of mental health and criminal justice. Experts, advocates, and officials are now discussing how to better identify and manage individuals who may pose a risk due to untreated mental illness. Reports suggest a troubling pattern of behavior in Brown's past, one that, in hindsight, appears to be filled with red flags. These missed opportunities for intervention are now under intense scrutiny. Law enforcement agencies are reviewing every interaction they had with Brown, searching for clues about what might have been overlooked. The pressure to explain these lapses is mounting, as the community demands accountability. Ultimately, this case forces a difficult reckoning with how society manages individuals who are both a danger to others and in need of mental health care. It raises profound questions about rehabilitation, public safety, and the limits of current systems. The outcome of Brown's case will not only determine his fate, but could also shape future policies at the intersection of justice and mental health, leaving a lasting impact on how similar cases are handled in the years to come. Irina Zarutska's killing sparked immediate and passionate reactions from leaders nationwide. Former President Trump and others called for tougher crime policies and a stronger police presence. North Carolina's governor and Charlotte's mayor condemned the act and called for improved public safety. The tragedy has become a rallying cry for those demanding more aggressive action against violent crime. Political factions are using the case to bolster their arguments, deepening partisan divides. Some call for more police and stricter laws, others urge addressing root causes like poverty and mental health. The debate over public safety is now front and center, with communities demanding real solutions. Irina's death has forced policymakers to confront how to create a society that is both safe and just. Public anger after Irina Zarutska's death has focused sharply on the courts. Charlotte's mayor called it a tragic failure by the judicial system, echoing widespread frustration. Critics argue that lenient policies allow dangerous offenders back into the community. Lawmakers are now proposing new laws to hold judges more accountable for release decisions. The debate over judicial accountability is now central to crime policy discussions. The challenge balancing public safety with fairness in the justice system. The Zarutska case has shaken public trust in the courts, demanding meaningful reform. Restoring that trust will require transparency and decisive action. The Ukrainian embassy in the U.S. has been deeply involved since Irina Zarutska's death. Embassy officials reached out to her family, offering support and consular services. They've worked closely with Charlotte police, expressing gratitude for the investigation's diligence. The embassy's involvement underscores the international impact of this tragedy. Irina's death has resonated in both Ukraine and the Ukrainian-American community. The embassy's response highlights the gravity of the incident and their commitment to justice. Her story is a reminder of the global consequences of violence and displacement. Irina Zarutska's death has ignited a nationwide debate about crime and public safety. Her murder on a public train has become a symbol of growing anxieties about safety in American cities. The case has fueled political arguments over policing, laws, and justice reform. Public discussions now question whether law enforcement has the resources to keep communities safe. The tragedy has pushed issues of crime and judicial accountability to the forefront. People want to feel secure in their daily lives. This case has shaken that confidence. The demand for action is louder than ever as the nation grapples with how to protect its citizens. Irina's story is a painful reminder of the real-world consequences of system failures. The suspect's mental health history has added a critical layer to the Zarutska case. The tragedy highlights the justice system's struggle to address severe mental illness among offenders. Many question whether enough is being done to provide treatment and prevent violence. The case has sparked urgent calls for better integration of mental health care in law enforcement. Experts and advocates argue for more resources and a holistic approach to public safety. Irina's death is a call to action for a system that is both just and humane. The challenge finding solutions that protect the public while providing real care for those in need.